This is Turd Flinging Monkey for TFM News. I'm going to be responding to two articles. The first one is from The Independent, and it's called Inside the World of Men Who've Sworn Never to Sleep with Women Again. Men Going Their Own Way Believe Men Are Always Victims in Relationships, by Kashmira Gander, September 27th, 2016. And the second article appears in The Head of Household, called Attention MGTOW, dated September 24th, 2016, by Rodney Hand. Now, I'm not sure why, but it seems like it's MGTOW's time to be in the news again. There's this article, there's the other article I'm going to be talking about, and I even saw a video today from No Holds Barred responding to a YouTuber talking about MGTOW, trying to lump it into feminists. So now the anti-feminists coming after MGTOW, who knows why? I have my suspicions, but I'll save those until I have more evidence. Alright, starting with the Independent article, towards the beginning it reads, quote, "The first rule, abandoning all romantic relationships with women. On Reddit alone, some 15,000 readers are subscribed to the MGTOW page, which declares it is for men going their own way by forging our own identities and paths to self-defined success, cutting through collective ideas of what a man is. Other websites include MGTOW.com and are also dedicated to what they see as each man's fight for sovereignty of himself. And despite their hatred for women, homosexuality isn't accepted either." Alright, let me just stop there. Let's just point out some pretty glaring issues. Now, I don't expect Kashmira, a lowly reporter with The Independent, to understand the breadth of the MGTOW community. But she calls out Reddit and MGTOW.com. No mention of the YouTube MGTOW community. And the reason why this is significant is she calls out Reddit because of their whopping 15,000 readers. Barbarossa has over 25,000 subscribers. And of course, Sandman has over 60,000 subscribers, and yet this article only calls out the Reddit community with their 15,000 subscribers. And then at the end of this section just casually mentions that they hate women and also they hate gays. Of course they do. I'm not even going to back that up with any sort of evidence. Now, are there MGTOW who hate women? Are there MGTOW who hate gays? Sure. There's going to be people in every group that are going to have their own little things going on. I mean, marriage sucks for everybody. People from all different walks of life, all different ideologies, are coming to MGTOW because marriage and relationships suck because of all the gynocentrism. It doesn't mean they just abandon all their beliefs before they discovered this. So if you already hated gays or you already hated women before, realizing how gynocentric society is and how shitty marriage is, isn't going to suddenly change you. Now, I believe in something called the 1% rule. 1% of people are batshit crazy. So when you have a group of 100 people, you're going to have at least one person who's batshit crazy. And when you have tens of thousands of people like the MGTOW community on YouTube, you're going to have a few crazy people. I don't care. I don't have to believe in everything every MGTOW believes to consider them my brother. Even people who disagree with me politically or whatever. I don't consider them not real MGTOW because they don't agree with me about everything. It's stupid. It's a stupid argument. Anyway, continuing with the article, she again turns to the Reddit community, which has a whopping 15,000 subscribers. Posts on the Reddit page offer an insight into their world. They range from worrying that future sex bots will be hacked by central government, to encourage men to divorce their wives. They also debate how even men in Hollywood are cuckolded and wronged by women. Now, I myself have made a video talking about how if gynocentrism isn't dealt with, even if we invent sex robots, the gynocentric society will turn that against men. As for encouraging men to divorce their wives, I have never done that. In fact, I've done videos saying don't do that. Do not get married. Please do not get married. But if you already are married, you're kinda screwed. There's really no way in the situation where you win. You need to start making some changes. But don't just serve for papers so you can go be a MGTOW. It sucks, I realize it. It sucks, I'm sorry. I wish I could help you. I wish I could snap my fingers and turn back time. As for even men in Hollywood being cuckolded and wronged by women, yes, absolutely. How many celebrity marriages do you see with these women marrying these celebrities, divorcing them a few months later, and taking half their shit? What do you call that? What do you call an actor working decades, building up this wealth, through all this successful work he's done, only to give half of it away to some bitch that he married and was only married to for a few months or a few years, and then she just takes half of his wealth that he took decades to build that had nothing to do with her? I mean, the laws in California are even shittier than the laws in other states. So I don't even get this argument. Are they saying that when Hollywood celebrities divorce, that it's not a shit show? That male celebrities who give half their money to women aren't being fucked over? I don't even understand what they're saying. Let us continue. Others discuss the merits of visiting prostitutes and how pop songs are feminist propaganda. The more you scroll, the darker it becomes. Well, you have something against prostitutes? They're at least being honest. I mean, yeah, they're using their sex to get money, but so are all women. Why do you hate prostitutes? You're a misogynist. And as for pop songs being feminist propaganda, yeah, kinda. I mean, you think about the romantic love that most pop songs are talking about. It doesn't really exist in female nature. But anyway, let's see how dark this becomes. Quote, one recent post describes how women fake orgasms often because it makes men more submissive. Another talked of ditching his blue pill friends. Others proudly declare they are still virgins. Oh my god, that got really dark. Holy shit. Holy shit, guys, this is really dark. Women faking orgasms to manipulate men, ditching their blue pill friends because they're fucking pussy betas, and being proud to be a virgin because what, you're supposed to feel ashamed of it? You're supposed to cower and suck your thumb like a baby, like, I'm not a virgin, I'm a big boy. I don't know, this is pretty dark. I don't know if I can keep going. Quote, I want sex and company, but I don't want/can't put in the effort to get it, wrote another user on the MGTOW.com forum. Yeah? Yeah, so? I mean, I don't understand why this is so dark. Yeah, I want sex and company, but I don't want to put forth the effort. And there's a video from No Holds Barred. He was responding to another anti-MGTOW video. I'll link to that in the description. But anyway, he made the point that he could attract a decent woman if he wanted to. The problem is, why would they settle for a guy that demands that they pay for half the date? Why would they settle for a guy who refuses to let her move in so that she can, qualify for common law marriage? Why would she settle for that guy when she can get a guy, maybe not as good, but comparably good, who will just treat her like a goddess? I want the sex and company, but I don't want/can't put in the effort to get it. That's not dark, that's reality. That's the reality of living in a gynocentric society as a man who's aware. I have nothing against women, I don't hate women, but I just can't stand them. I can't work with them. Because in order to have any sort of relationship with them, you have to make too many sacrifices and they're not worth it. The costs far outweigh the benefits. And that's just the way it is. So later on in the article, she talks about the MGTOW level system. Now, I don't believe in the MGTOW level system. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, I'm just saying I don't subscribe to it. To me, I believe MGTOW should be about self-actualization. And how your self-actualization looks may be different than someone else's concept of self-actualization. It may fall in the level system, it may not. But depending on where you fall, based on your own concept of self-actualization, you may be lower, quote-unquote, to someone else. All that matters is you're happy, you're where you want to be. So I'm just going to skip that part if you don't mind. Toward the end of the article, it reads, quote, the origins of MGTOW are unclear. The MGTOW website loftily suggests that their ideals hark back to Schopenhauer, Tesla, Beethoven, Galileo, and even Jesus Christ, and equates it to fire. Quote, MGTOW is not as old as fire, but it's as old as man's first discovery of it. If MGTOW is fire, then perhaps feminism is gasoline, reads the MGTOW.com history page. A more concrete theory is that MGTOW was created by online aliases Solaris and Ragnar in the 2000s, when they penned a manifesto calling for men and women to adhere to traditional gender roles and fight for pared-back government. And while their communities may be virtual, their determination seems very real indeed. Unquote, end of article. So there is something called the MGTOW Manifesto. It's something that happened around 2003. And basically, the MGTOW title came from disaffected MRAs who weren't happy with the direction the men's rights movement was going, and they created MGTOW. A lot of us in the community call this MGTOW 1.0, and it was very traditionalist. It was run by basically people who came from the MRA community. But around 2008-2009, according to Barbarossa, is when MGTOW 2.0 started. And this was led primarily by Barbarossa and Stardust. And they're still around, they're still on YouTube. They have 20,000 plus subscribers, far more than the Reddit MGTOW community. And they're much more representative of what MGTOW is today. Now that doesn't mean that the manifesto didn't happen, it just means it doesn't apply anymore. Now there are people in MGTOW who believe in what the manifesto originally taught, who have kind of a traditionalist bent to them. I don't care. And some people think I do because I talk about patriarchy, but I only talk about it because it's the only viable alternative until we have asexual reproduction. But that's a conversation for another day. So the point of this article, and this is very common, is to paint MGTOW as a bunch of whiny virgins who just can't get laid and that's why they hate women. But despite her proclamation about how dark the MGTOW community is, it's pretty tame. Nothing they said is outlandish. Now maybe I'm just desensitized to it. Maybe this is people are fainting out there from this. Like, oh my god, oh. I don't know. There's nothing in there that's particularly dark. Now, I've talked about taking away women's right to vote. I've talked about getting rid of marital rape laws, making marital rape legal again. That's pretty dark. No mention of that. Come on, guys. What's going on? You're getting lazy. That's what it is. Moving on to the second article, which again is called Attention MGTOW, from the website The Head of Household. I'm just going to read it and then I'm going to respond to it because it's more of a conversational article. It reads, quote, "There are MGTOW out there, men going their own way. I'm speaking to you all directly. Alright, stop and listen. Your life depends on it. Heed my words." Holy shit, this guy's gonna lay some truth bombs on us. Let's listen up. "You have made a mistake. It may not be too late. Are all modern women brat-like, rude, disrespectful? Yes. But do not turn your back on them." Okay, are you gonna back that statement up? I mean, I'm sure he will. Let's keep going. "Do all modern women deserve a spanking? Yes." Okay, I mean, I'm with you so far. "But don't turn your back on them." I agree, do not turn your back on women. They will stab you between the shoulder blades. "Listen to me. I need you to understand this one thing. It is not their fault." Oh, struck out. Yes, it is. Now, it's not their fault in the literal sense. It's not like they chose to be cunts. It's in their nature. Hypergamy is simply part of females' reproductive instincts. They didn't choose to be hypergamous. It's not their fault they're hypergamous, but they are hypergamous. Female nature is detrimental to men. And the only way it works is if men control women. And I mean physically control women under a pretty strict patriarchy. And as that has become completely impossible, and as any vestiges of male control over women have been stripped away and termed abuse, there is no reason to associate with women. Because a man has no control because of the gynocentric society, and her nature is going to destroy him. Now, it's not their fault. They didn't choose to be hypergamous. They didn't choose to have this nature, but they have it nevertheless. I'm not assigning blame. It's not their fault, but it's a reality nevertheless. But let's continue. "Women have been lied to. They have been led to believe they are strong, just as you have been led to believe you are weak." Oh god, okay, so he's blaming feminism. Like the poor women were just brainwashed, and it's not really their natures that's the problem. They were just so sweet and innocent before, but then these hairy armpitted, red-haired lesbians got into their heads and told them they can be anything they want to be, and they forgot that they should be in the kitchen, making sandwiches and sucking my dick. Sure, you've had a rough ride, you married a bitch, you let her wear the pants, you feel pissed off, disillusioned, and sick to the core. No, but okay, keep talking. "But do you know the real reasons your marriage went down the toilet? Yes, the gynocentric society and the way men have lost control of women. Learn from your mistakes. Do not skulk into the shadows like pathetic fools. Stand strong, staunch, and able to bear the scrutiny of your forefathers' gaze. What you need to do. Fine, go your own way, but get women to come with you." Okay. Question. If I'm going my own way, and women are an impediment to me going my own way, why would I want them to come with me? Fuck that, especially with the laws. I mean, the woman could fuck your life up at any time. Continuing on, "Instead of running like scared mice." Nobody's running. Nobody's running. We're just not playing the game anymore. You know what this reminds me of? You know when somebody was trying to get you to do something stupid? Like, I don't know, like jump off a cliff into like a shallow pool of water. And you're like, "No, that's retarded, I'm not doing it." And they were like, "Oh, pussy, bok, 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 bok." You know, like that kind of bullshit, trying to shame you into doing something dangerous and stupid. "Oh, don't run away like scared little mice, MGTOW. Oh, don't run away." No one is running away. We see the game for what it is and we're not playing anymore. Instead of running away like scared mice, be firm and unyielding in response to the scallywag tricks. Okay, and be arrested for abuse. I mean, yeah, it sounds great. Just stand up to women. Don't put up with their shit. That sounds great until they call the cops on you. I mean, I'm not afraid of women, but because the way the laws have been structured, they can just call the cops on you. They don't even need evidence. I mean, how many videos have there been about women punching themselves in their face, fabricating evidence because they know that there's a divorce settlement coming up, and just accusing men of whatever bullshit. "Oh, he raped me, he beat me, he molested children." And of course the judge believes it because women don't need to provide evidence. Just listen and believe. And you want to play that game? You want to be like, "Oh, I'm going to be strong and unyielding." Yeah, fuck you. All she has to do is pick up that phone, and other men will come and take you away in handcuffs, and if you resist, if you want to be strong and stand up to them, they'll fucking shoot you. To be happy, a woman needs to be kept well fucked, well spanked, and most importantly of all, she wants someone better than her. Okay, now, I'm not disagreeing with you per se, but you're completely discounting female nature. You believe, and this is very common among PUAs, that her hypergamy just won't kick in because your dick is so big and it just fills her pussy up so well that she would never, ever cheat on you, take your money, take your kids, and destroy your life. No, she would never do it because your dick is so big. You fuck her so good. It's stupid. I mean, look at the celebrities who get divorces. Look at these porn star guys who go through all this bullshit. I can't remember the guy's name, but there was this male porn star that was accused of rape by his girlfriend, and it destroyed his career. This is a male porn star. You can't be a better fuck than someone who fucks professionally, and he got fucked over by women. So you are a fucking stupid retard if you think that just being good in the sack is going to protect you from the gynocentric society that stands ready and able to fuck your life up at the call of a woman with no evidence. Be the man you were born to be and you will find that you have a happy wife. I'm just going to skip that because it's fucking stupid. Any man that eschews his responsibility to discipline and teach his woman is weak. Okay, so you want to discipline women? You're going to be arrested for abuse. In fact, even not giving her your money. If you withhold money from her, she can go to the police and cry that you're financially abusing her by not giving her your money. Everything you can do to control women is now a form of abuse. And if she wants to, she can fuck your world up. But yeah, please, stand up, teach her, discipline her, see what that gets you. I mean, it may work for a while. Now, I'm not saying being a confident alpha male won't get you farther than being a weak bitch. Obviously, being a weak bitch is going to disgust women, and they'll be that much more likely to turn on you sooner. But even being a strong alpha male, it's not going to protect you. It's not going to protect you. When you're in front of the judge, and she's claiming you beat her and yell at her and you abuse her, you are going to go to jail. You're going to have your shit taken away, you're going to be fucked in prison. What are you going to do then? You're going to show the judge how big your dick is? You're going to impress him with your confident alpha maleness? Now he goes on to repeat himself over and over again. He talks about how women just want to be fucked and you just need to be a strong alpha male and all this other bullshit. So I'm just going to skip that part. MGTOW, when you stand staunch and strong and guide these poor souls, they will yield to you. They will look up to you and they will serve you. You have inside you, as does every man, the potential to restore the natural balance of humanity. You will restore this balance with your cock and your hand. Alright, now, he's not wrong. Men do have it inside them to restore balance. Like, if all men just woke up tomorrow and decided they weren't going to put up with women's shit, there's nothing women could do to stop them from just taking all their rights away, taking all their power away, and just imposing a patriarchal system. If all men just woke up tomorrow and decided to impose a patriarchy, there's nothing women can do to stop them. But that's not going to happen. And you can't just impose it on a smaller scale. If you live in the United States or the state of California, you can't just have like, well, my house is a patriarchal nation and your feminist laws can't affect me in my house. It doesn't work that way. Like, have you seen these videos about these retards who get stopped by the police and say that they're free inhabitants and they don't have to have ID and they don't have to obey the law and they just get tasered? That's how you fucking sound when you think you can impose a patriarchal system within a gynocentric one. You are subject to the gynocentric laws, whether you agree with them or not. It doesn't fucking matter. Women vote, they impose these laws on us, and they are enforced by men with guns. Or would you rather sit alone and disenfranchised? Would you prefer to continue to pretend that you are satisfied with mere hookups and game? Well, you don't really have a choice. Unless you want to leave the country and move to some third world shithole where the survivability is lower and thus women serve men, you're going to have to deal with this. It's just a reality. All men are disenfranchised pretty much. Look at whose interest the government serves. Is it the interest of women or the interest of men? I mean, even Donald Trump, who's the nominee this year, is the big Republican. Oh, everyone's so excited about Donald Trump. He's talking about extending maternity leave, but fuck men. And I understand why women are 51% of voters. This is how you get elected. Again, I don't blame him, just like I don't blame women. It's the system. The system incentivizes bad behavior. Now, of course, again, if men woke up tomorrow, they could change the system, but they're not going to. Would you not rather be a king in your own house? And then he has this quote saying, "In my household, I am king and my woman serves me." I have my cock suckled immediately upon my instruction. I have my favorite food served to me at my whim. I fuck her when the urge takes me, and I never dream of asking for permission. I mean, what can I say to that story? If that's what a Nawalt is to you, then good luck. If you think your alpha confidence is the solution, then how do you explain all these celebrities getting divorced and getting their shit taken away? Were they not alpha enough? Were their cocks not thick enough? This is Turd Flinging Monkey signing off.